Former CNN host Don Lemon says that he doesn't believe in platforming bigots and liars such as Donald Trump. This statement's irony is so large that it has a gravitational pull. Furthermore, take a look at how CNN and MSNBC are continuing with their coverage or lack thereof of Donald Trump.
To make these remarks, we are prepared for his pre-fundraiser remarks tonight to again be essentially a Trump campaign speech. Because of that, we do not intend to carry these remarks live. As we have said before in these circumstances, there is a cost to us as a news organization to knowingly broadcast untrue things. We are here to bring you the news. It hurts our ability to do that if we live broadcast what we fully expect in advance to be a litany of lies and false accusations, no matter who says them. And I do not say this with any glee. I hope it is clear that this is not a glib decision. We take our responsibilities seriously. We revisit decisions like this all the time. We make the best call that we can in real time, every time.
We do have now some of the sound, as I told you. We're not, and the audience, we're not carrying his remarks live because, frankly, he says a lot of things that are not true and sometimes potentially dangerous.
So MSM outlets such as CNN and MSNBC are refusing to show any of Trump's speeches and interviews because of his conscious lies and that he promotes violence. This is laughable to say the least. That's like Hitler saying he's going to war against the United States because of the U.S.'s human rights violations. Hell, any mainstream media outlet taking this action is a lie in itself because for the past 6 years, 90% of their viewership has come from their coverage of Donald Trump, regardless of whether or not they thought he was lying or being truthful. If Donald Trump were actually making a fool of himself, it would be positive for CNN or MSNBC. The reality is they are trying to suppress Trump and diminish his chances of being back in office. Why? Because there's an invisible hand from the federal government and the FBI controlling the information being put out in an attempt to suppress the one man that they are truly threatened by. While Trump may be unorthodox, time and time again, his statements about the MSN and the deep state have proven to be true. The First Amendment is being violated on a level that can be felt but not seen. Sure, you can go to social media and say whatever you want. However, the federal government is working directly with these platforms to suppress unfavorable information. And this has been proven. When I hear a news outlet like CNN say that they're refusing to platform a leading presidential candidate, it immediately lets me know that they are not genuine and that they have no interest in reporting the actual truth. Journalists today have no interest in uncovering reality and instead have become nothing more than an echo chamber of the deep state itself. There is no such thing as unbiased journalism anymore. From a source like CNN or MSNBC, if they're literally refusing to report on information gathered from both sides, that's like refusing to review evidence from a defendant because you have your own perception of their guilt. That is literally the exact definition of being biased. It's also insulting to their viewers because they're assuming that their viewers are not smart enough to make their own rational opinions based on all of the information, and instead are trying to form their viewers' own opinions based on biased information being leaked by the federal government itself. And for Obama to come out and say that no one is above the law in his last interview is one of the many examples that perception is not reality.
It's less than ideal, right? But the fact that we have a former president who is having to answer to charges brought by prosecutors does uphold the basic notion that nobody's above the law.
The reality is that we have a two-tiered justice system that works in heavy favor of career politicians like the Bidens, and everyone else is not only subject to the law, but can be destroyed by it.